Everyone, welcome back to YouTube classes. It's Divya here with class 11 physics. So we have already started with your chapter work, energy and power. So in the last class we have discussed the basics of work, isn't it? Now we are coming to the next topic, that is energy and the types of energy. Now let us begin with what is energy. Okay? So you have already learned what the basics of energy. So we are just going to recollect it. Now what is energy? Energy is the capacity to do work. And as a unit of energy is going to be joule. There is a small correction here. That is joule. When you write it in full spelling, don't use capital letter. Use only small letter. Small letter. And for representing it, you can use capital letter. Now energy, it can be of different forms: mechanical energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, solar energy, nuclear energy. So many types of energy you have learned, isn't it? So let us start with mechanical energy. Now when you talk about mechanical energy, that mechanical energy, it is mainly of two types, that is your kinetic energy and your potential energy. So today in our class we are going to discuss about the first type of energy, that is kinetic energy. Okay. Now coming to kinetic energy, see, energy can either be due to rest or due to motion. So energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion, you call it as kinetic energy. Now this formula for kinetic energy also you have already learned it in your smaller classes. Kinetic energy, Ke is equal to half mv square, where m is the mass and v is the velocity in meter per second. And SI unit, since it is a form of energy, SI unit is going to be joule itself. Now, how we are getting this equation, that is what we are going to see. So for that I am going to take one of the equations of motion, that is v square minus u square is equal to 2as, or v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, now we are considering a body starting from rest and attaining a velocity v. So we have already learned whatever body starts from rest, initial velocity u will be equal to 0. So that this equation again reduces to v square is equal to 2as, isn't it? Now we from Newton, see, we are having the equation v square is equal to 2as. Now from Newton's second law we know that F is equal to ma, or from here A is equal to F by m. You are going to substitute the value of A here. What you will get? What you will get? V square is equal to 2 into F by m into S, isn't it? Yes or no? Now, here, if we're rearranging this equation, you can have F into S is equal to half mv square. That is what you are having. Now, see, this force into displacement, F into S is force into displacement, that is none other than your work, isn't it? Now we have already learned that this work done will be stored in the form of energy, and here since it is due to motion, the energy will be kinetic energy. So you are having the final equation, Ke is equal to half mv square. Okay, now this is how you are learning it in your smaller classes. You are having an alternative method also, that is using integration. That is, if you are going to consider a small amount of work done, dw will be equal to f dot ds, where ds is for a small displacement, isn't it? Now what you are having is, from Newton's second law, you are having F is equal to ma, or in terms of derivative you can write it as m into change in velocity upon change in time. So if you are going to substitute it here, dw will change to, what will you have? dw will be equal to, instead of force you can substitute it as m dv by dt into ds. So this equation I am going to rearrange it as m into ds by dt into dv, just rearranged. Okay, now what is this ds by dt? It is nothing other than your velocity, isn't it? So that your equation will now change to dw is equal to, what you are having, m into v into dv. Now this is for small work done, isn't it? So for a total work done using integration, you can find it out by integrating both sides, that is integrating from 0 to 0 to w integral 0 to v m dv. So how you are going to integrate this is, see, m is a constant that you can take it outside. So integral dw will become m into integral 0 to v dv. Now we have to integrate this. So before integrating, you should know the integral equation, that is usually integral x dx is given by x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Okay, x raised to n dx is given by x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So since you are having 1 here, x raised to 1 plus 1, you are having the integral equation for 1. X raised to 1, you are having integral x dx is equal to x square by 2. So this is the equation you are going to apply there. Now let us come back to our derivation. You are having, on the left hand side, you are having integral dw, that is, so that when you are going to have, you will have equation as in w, and again you are having limit, isn't it? 0 to w will be equal to m into integral v dv. I told you, according, when you apply the equation, it will be v square by 2 from the limit 0 to v. Now this is your upper limit and this is your lower limit in both cases. So whatever you are having, you are going to get it as upper limit minus lower limit. So here upper limit is going to be w, substituting, say our lower limit will be 0, will be equal to m into upper limit is v itself, so it will be v square by 2 minus, applying lower limit, it is 0 by 2. Okay, now what is remaining? W minus 0 is w, m into v square by 2. That is what you are going to have it as. W is equal to m into v square by 2, or work done is equal to half m v square. Since work done is stored in the form of energy, here the form of energy, since it is in motion, it is kinetic energy. So this is how you are going to get your equation in terms of your calculus method. Got it? Now when you talk about kinetic energy, the important thing is you have already learned it in your smaller classes, that is your work energy theorem. Now according to your work energy theorem, what is the statement? The work done by a force in displacing a body, it will be equal to the change in kinetic energy of the body. What is the statement? According to work energy theorem, the work done by a force in displacing a body will be equal to the change in kinetic energy. Now you should know what is the equation for that, isn't it? So there also you are going to follow the same thing, that is the same derivation which we have seen now. That is, first we are considering dw is equal to f dot ds. Then again, as we have just seen now, you are changing f is equal to ma. You are going to change it as dv by dt. Again dv by dt into ds, you are going to rearrange it as, so rearrange so that you will get dw is equal to mv into dv. And again, to get the total work done, you will integrate it. After integration, you will be getting the total work done will be equal to m into integral. So here instead of 0 to v, you are going, only changes that you are going to integrate it from u to v. Okay, initial velocity to final velocity v dv. Now when you integrate it accordingly, what you will get? m into v square by 2, applying the limit u to v. So this is what you will be getting towards the last, isn't it? Now this is your upper limit, this is your lower limit. So when you apply your lower limit and your upper limit, it is always upper limit minus lower limit. So again you will be having w is equal to m into upper limit is v itself, it will be v square minus 2 minus lower limit here is not 0, it is going to be u square by 2. Okay, so or you are having work done will be equal to half m v square minus half m u square, isn't it? Now what is this half m v square? This half mv square is the final kinetic energy, isn't it? Now this half mu square is the initial kinetic energy, isn't it? So accordingly, what you have, final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy means it is the change in kinetic energy. So change in kinetic energy, you are going to write it as delta E. So this is the mathematical statement for your work energy theorem. Got it? So this is all about work energy theorem. So according to the equation itself, what is the work energy theorem? The work done by a force in displacing an object will be equal to the change in its kinetic energy. Okay, so this is all about kinetic energy, its derivation and work energy theorem. So go through your textbook. If you have any doubt, put it in the comment box. I'll reply for that. So in the next class, we will see the same way. We will see about the potential energy and its factors. Okay, so till then, stay safe, take care, thank you.